El Chavo del Eight is a Mexican comedy series that has gained increased popularity in Spanish-speaking America, as well as in Spain, Brazil, United States, and other countries. It centers around the adventures and tribulations of the title character, El Chavo, an orphan played by the show's creator, Roberto Gomez Bolaños, and other inhabitants of a fictional apartment building, or it's called in Spanish, Vecindad. Now, the legend. Has anyone ever seen the episode where El Chavo del Eight was pretending that he had been hit by a car? Because if you did, or you lived during the time it was broadcast, you may have noticed that there was a period of 4 months between this and the previous episode. Okay, what happened in this period of 4 months? Roberto Gomez Bolaños apparently had filmed what was supposed to be the series finale of El Chavo del Eight, and is less like this real episode. According to several former executives, the episode goes like this. The chapter begins with the characteristic intro of the series, but the sound is outdated. When the vecindad comes into view, no one shows up. The gate opens as if someone were to enter, but no one goes in. It goes on like this for 2 or 3 minutes with this change of shots when you finally see El Chavo enter and hear the laugh track. The shots stop changing after this. It's in this part where El Chavo comes out of the vecindad and walks into the street. At that time, in come Kiko and La Chilindra. Kiko then asks, I have no idea what's going on, La Chilindra where El Chavo is. Kiko asks this in his in-character voice, though his cheeks are not as inflated. La Chilindra says he is in the street with tomato sauce. At the exact moment she says the street, you will hear the horrible roar that did not appear on all versions of the tape. After the fade-out is the scene from the episode which was broadcast, the one where El Chavo pretends to be run over, where the characters in the vecindad were crying. Sound is outdated and sobs seem to be coming from a lot more people. Just that there is a cut scene for what appears to be a commercial break. Then there is a change to another scenario with Doña Florinda, Don Ramon, Professor Girafales, Kiko, and La Chilindra in front of a black background. In front of them appears to be a coffin with the body of El Chavo, but he is not seen. The 5 characters are especially broken. Doña Florinda looks very gaunt, and while it appears she's just acting, her grief is highlighted even more when the camera zooms in on her face for about 5 to 10 minutes. After this incredibly long scene, Kiko and La Chilindra say Chavito in heartbroken voices. Kiko is not doing his speech gimmick at this time, which raises questions as to whether he and Doña Florinda are really just acting. After this scene is a shot of El Chavo's body. It's here that more than anywhere else that this raises questions, as the body of El Chavo is actually taller than Roberto Bolaños. El Chavo's suit is too small, and you can see that he's also too fat and his skin color is a bit too dark. Both of his arms and legs are broken and bleeding. The cap that covers his head and face is covered in blood, and his arms are twisted and emaciated.
Usted habla inglés, he screams.
His trunk seems to have been exceptionally cleanly stabbed. This scene lasts for 5 minutes, then the characteristic ending theme of El Chavo del Eight plays, which is basically just the sound of a Mexican jalopy exploding. There was a period of 4 months between the time this episode was filmed and where Chespirito rejoined his team, and there's controversy over who played the body. It is clearly shown that it was not a dummy. It was not any actor that appeared as any extra to before or after any of this. In addition to this, a little while back, Roberto Gomez Bolaños had said he wanted to do something that no one had ever seen on television before. Truth in television. During a trip to Peru in 2008, Roberto Chespirito Gomez actually did plan on a series finale of El Chavo del Ocho, with the eponymous El Chavo sacrificing himself to save a child from being hit by a car. He decided not to because his daughter said it could make many children become depressed and even lead them to commit suicide.